Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. For today's Skyrim mod showcase on the PS4, we're going to be taking a look at a mod that was recently ported to PlayStation that is a texture and mesh replacer for the night sky. It overhauls the night sky, the moons Secunda and Mors-Umbra, as well as the Auroras. With that said, let's see how to find today's showcased mod. So this mod can currently be found in the latest category, but depending on when you see the video, you can also find it by bringing up the search function with L1 and then typing in Praedys Sky to the search bar. Probably not saying that correctly, but it's spelled like you see here. There is a PS4 as well as a PS5 version of it. They're both listed as SE, so I don't know if they work on AE or not, and I will be using the PS4 version since that's what I am, which is called Praedys Sky AIO SE-PS4. It's been ported to PlayStation by the mod author Mors-Umbra, with original credit going to mod author PraedythXVI, and the mod description in part reads, Night Sky Mesh and Texture Replacer, available in 8K, 4K, 2K, and 1K. 6 mesh options, 2 main options which depend on the nebula you pick and branch out 2 options each, default or without the galaxy, and 2 other options if you do not want the galaxy and nebulas. 9 options for the star textures to pick the amount of stars you want and their shape. 16 nebula texture options covering the whole sky. Galaxy texture also has a few very small nebulas and comes with 4 options, the original saturated or desaturated, and another option which is the same as the previous one but with a different alpha channel. So there is a lot of information to go through here, which I don't have time to cover it all. As always, please make certain to read the mod description in its entirety if you are going to download and install this or any other mod. So for a quick reference, this is how my night sky normally looks with a dragon in it. So for a quick reference, this is how my night sky normally looks with the mods that I have in my lighting rig, at least when the Aurora is active, which I've made certain that it was, as that is supposed to be one of the changes that the mod that we'll be taking a look at makes. So I just wanted to show what it looks like here, as I already think this is extremely beautiful, simply as it is. But knowing that the other mod is supposed to change up the Aurora as well as the stars and add in, I do believe it said some galaxies and nebulas. I'll check again when I go in and record that section and turn the mod on. I just wanted to show real quick the difference that it's going to be. So let me go ahead, head in, turn on the mod, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. So the mod now is currently active, and one of the changes that I definitely noticed is that there is a change to my Aurora. Hello Draco. I see you noticed the change too and are pointing it out, huh? And the fact that you're laying down over by your friend over there, teaching to try to ruin my showcase. Anyways, as you can see here, besides that, we also have a galaxy and nebula effect added in right here, which is really unique looking, very stunning. As far as the Aurora, I do believe it's a different color. My memory is so bad. I think it was like a blue or a green before, and it's kind of like this orangish look to it now, as you can see here, but very pretty. As far as the stars go, I guess they kind of look different to me. Most noticeable is this right here. This definitely I haven't seen before, and also right here with the moon, you'll notice that it's a completely different color now. I do think that it kind of loses a little bit of its otherworld charm there, as it looks more like our moon, but still, if you don't prefer to have it kind of reddish, that might be. Any case, let me go ahead and take a look and see. There's supposed to be many options to change this up, so let's see what those are. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I'll go ahead and cut that section out to save on time. I can't find the options. I do apologize to show how to actually customize this, because the mod description did say that it was highly customizable, changing up like the stars, the Aurora, as well as the galaxy nebulas. but I've looked now in my items and like the book section in case maybe it was a spell tome that needed to be learned, didn't see anything. I've looked in my powers, my shouts, I've looked in everything and I can't find the option. So I'm thinking either it's possible that it was available originally on the PC version but the PlayStation version does not have it, or perhaps it is simply that I am overlooking how to change it up. Oh, that's something there that's a little weird looking. Okay. So any case, what I can do though is I'm going to take and kind of fast forward days in game. We'll take a look at some of the default skies the way it is, because this is still very beautiful. I don't think it's as beautiful as the way that my modded sky normally looks, with the exception of I do really like the galaxy and nebulas that it adds up near the top of the sky there. But in any case, let me go ahead and try to get a good position here and fast forward time, and let's take a look at some of the default options. And again, I do apologize that I can't show how to customize it. So it is currently 2:48 a.m. on the same night. It was at around 11 when you saw the sky last. I just wanted to show a little bit of a change to it. I've noticed that the galaxy and nebula look there does rotate with the stars. However, the aurora seems like it is staying fixated in place, including that kind of light column right there. But this is what it looks like currently. Let's go ahead and fast forward time again. So this is 5:48 a.m. the following morning. I wanted to show what it kind of looks like. As you can see, the stars and the kind of like the nebula and stuff is still there, but the aurora is gone. But as the night sky gives way to the morning sunlight, kind of give an idea, look at that. I notice the moons aren't visible. Sometimes they are with some of the mods that I use, but not with this one, at least not right now. So this is the following night in game. It's currently 11:52 p.m. As you can see, the aurora is completely gone. However, there is still a lot of stars in the sky, as well as this added effect right here of like the galaxy or nebula, whatever you want to call that. I'm not a stargazer guy, so I don't know the correct term. In any case, I wanted to show what this looks like when the aurora isn't there, as it always won't be, but perhaps the other is, I don't know. Let's go ahead and advance time a few days and take a look. So this is 3 days later in the game. There's a lot of cloud coverage now, so I wanted to include this to show that there is still the active effect of this in the sky and the cloud breakage, which is very nice to touch. I really like the way it's doing that. So it does look like that will always be there, but there'll definitely be nights that the weather kind of makes it a little bit harder to see the effects of the mod. So this is the following night, and as you can see, I'm in quite a downpour now, so I wanted to show that there's nothing from the mod currently visible here. As you can see, no stars are visible, and if you try to take a look at the galaxy, that also has completely been covered by the clouds, which of course is realistic, so just keep in mind you won't always see the effects of the mod. Okay, so I've lost track of how many days it's now been. I had to use my magic in order to get this back. The aurora appears to not really show up, but well, that's really unique looking. The way it's curved right there. But it appears like maybe it doesn't really appear very often. I found that just traveling time normally. This, I notice, is back again. This kind of like weird column of light. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Kind of unique looking, like it's highlighting something special over there, but I don't know if that's a mistake or if it's supposed to look that way, as it, you know, not with the rest of it. But also one of the moons is just kind of barely visible over there. But let's see if we can get a different look to it. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this a finished showcase. I've had to use my magic again. It seems like the aurora doesn't appear very often. It looks like the majority of the time the way that you see it is simply the way that it was like the original following night in game, where you like have the stars and the galaxy and nebula is there, but this aurora effect and that right there, which I see is back again, is more of like a rare occurrence and stuff, which has always been that way in my at least modded experience and stuff. Personally, I do like this. I think it looks very nice, but I still prefer the way that my night sky's aurora normally looks because of like the bluish look to it, which blue is my favorite color. So I don't know if there would have been a way originally. I'm assuming there was, to change up the way that these look and stuff, and I do apologize again that I can't show it for you in the video. If you do decide to download and install this, again, I really like that, you might be able to find what I couldn't, or it may simply not be available on the PlayStation version. Of that, I'm not certain. Also, for reference for those that might wish to know, I placed this after surreal lighting in my load order and it doesn't seem to be overriding it, but it was placed before varimetric lighting and more dynamic shadows. In any case, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Hope it helped you to find a new mod. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.